Yes. Money is everywhere, but only to the degree that you have consciousness of money. Most people are like the man who drives around in low gear, not knowing that with one little shift, he can not only go faster, speed up quicker, but he can do it with much less expenditure of power. That's just like the money people who do less work, but who earn far more than working people. Money will meet your demand if your consciousness and your demand is only $65,000 a year, then that's what you'll earn. One of the things that the stock market allows us to do is to leverage ourselves, right? And put our money to work for us. Leverage, man. That's one of the things that, that's what business, Robert Kiyosaki's famous for the E, the B, the I, and the S. If you haven't read Rich Dad, Poor Dad or the Cash Flow Quadrant, you're doing yourself a disservice. But if you read that book of them, the Cash Flow Quadrant's my favorite. He says S is basically, you're self-employed, but basically you work for yourself. And a lot of people think, oh, that's good. I want to work for myself. But without leverage, that's just a job. Right? You don't own a business until you have employees. Otherwise, you're just self-employed. Now, you might be doing business. You might be conducting business, but you're not a business. If it can't go without you, it's not a business. That's the basic definition. So, real wealth, we have to leverage ourselves. Now, I'm in that boat too. I'm self-employed. I don't technically own a business. I'm not an employee, but I'm self-employed. But I do invest in business. So this is a business that I invest in, have for many, many years, Kraft Heinz. Now, it used to just be Kraft, and then there was Heinz, and then they did a merger, and Buffett and them got this all fucked up and lost a bunch of money. But I think they've made back a lot of it. So today we see, my next book talks a lot about this, the 200-day moving average. Whenever a dividend-paying stock falls below this, that should alert you because it almost always comes back. We talked about this on the live last night when I was with the young men there in the UK. And it's kind of like a reversion to the mean, if you haven't ever studied game theory or what that means. But this is it just pulls itself back. Now, does this continue higher? Right now, it looks like a breakout. So it should run all the way up into the 40s and then 43. It's not really a trading stock unless you have big money, but it is an investing stock. And so, as always, what I'm looking for when I invest in these is extreme lows. That would have been one. That would have been one. And then right in there. So now we're breaking out. And that'll confuse a trader because a trader would say, well, why would you buy here? Well, it stopped at a previous low. See, it did the pattern of the money flow. No pattern or strategies 100%. You can see it there, right? But then it broke down. And if it's a buy and hold, there's nothing for me to do. I wait till the next stage one. So what was that, a month and a half later? Look, all these days, that's a full month later. I can nibble again. Starts to go, and then what happens? It comes down into another one. All right, what is that, 2-3 weeks later? Now, if my position's full, I don't need to do anything. It's going to come back. You're not obligated to do anything. Just because the market opens and just because price moves and just because people are doing something doesn't mean you have to do anything. You don't even have to add to a stock you're down. You're not trading the stock, you're trading your balance. So maybe a stock you're down in isn't the best play right now. Maybe it's something else. Maybe you can stay red in that stock for a while and be green in it next year. That just blew half people's mind. You could get green in it next year. Probably didn't know that, did you? There's no rush, man. There's no urgency. So yeah, we see Heinz breaking out. The kind of stocks we're seeing break out are like Heinz. I still call it Kraft. I can't stop. Starbucks we see breaking out. Beautiful stage one. And so we don't know, when you look at a stage one, we don't know which, like I wouldn't have been overly excited about this stage one. And you say, why not? Look, it never really got extreme. And right there, you have to conclude, if you're trying to play this, that's your stage one. And it kind of stopped where it was before, right? So we had a lot of things lining up, but for me, because it wasn't extreme, I don't typically nibble at those unless I just really, really, really want to get in that stock. Or it's prone to doing that. If it's prone to doing that, then maybe. And if you look back on Starbucks, that is the case. Look, see the previous sell-off? It never got extreme. Never got extreme, right? And ran. And so if you can look back over the chart and you see that, then, well, maybe you play it a little different, right? Anointed to trade stocks. Maybe you can do that a little different, right? I have a full position in this. I'm holding like 12 grand in Starbucks, so I'm not really in a big hurry to add. I don't, it's a breakout. I'm just going to let it be. If I did add to some, I'd looked at taking some down up here. Look at this, though. Look how this broke out here and then went down for 4 days just to turn right around and break out. That's so common. It's so common. I get a lot of people who will ask me about that down day right there. What are we doing with this? We're going off the breakout here? Like we stay with it until it's not a breakout anymore. So Starbucks is breaking out. Kraft is breaking out. I mean, we got all these, these are more old school stocks than, I bet, where's Walmart? Walmart's not breaking out. What about Pepsi? Pepsi's moving higher. Coca-Cola, yeah, Coke's up big. What about MO? Pushing back up. So it's all the dividend stocks, right? I'm going to assume Roku's down. Yep, Roku's down. So there's a selection of stocks. It's changed. Me personally, I would not, I don't think I'd add to Roku right here. I'm in it. I mean, this level's held a bunch of times, but I don't know, man. Was Soros talking shit about BX? Having a hedge fund fight? Yeah, looks pretty negative on I don't know. I'd wait. I'd rather buy into a little strength here than, because if this drops, you're coming back down into 300 range. So it's another $37 down. Everything's pointing down. I would just leave this be, man. I would not. I'm in it. I'm in Roku too, so I'm in there with. I feel your pain. Yeah, BX is unstoppable. It just keeps going and going. I don't even look at it anymore. I just leave it be. Disney. I'm sure it's breaking out. Yep. Disney's breaking out. Tried to push above that high. Couldn't get it, so. Yeah, your girl Bell. I wouldn't. If you're in Roku, I'd just hold tight, man. If that level holds, though, the reason I'm saying that is if it breaks, I'd rather buy it cheaper, if that makes sense. I'd almost rather buy it in strength or buy weakness. I don't want to be wishy-washy. So, like, I haven't added to Bitcoin. I know a lot of people wanted to add to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is on a sell signal. Okay? It cycles. This is like day 2 of a stage 4 decline. People don't want to hear that, and it's likely to come into about right in here, maybe that level holds, but if that level doesn't hold, you're going to that one. If that doesn't hold, you're going to that one. So right now, everything is pointing down. So if you're buying now, I don't think that's smart. I really don't. I mean, you could be just taking a shot, and if you just don't give, like, if you don't really care, it's like, hey, fuck it, I'm gonna try to grab, then it doesn't matter. But as far as me trade, I mean, if this level doesn't hold, it's going lower. So me personally, I'd rather buy it at 38 than buy it at 46. We just got to see. Maybe this level holds and it takes back off, because I saw Ethereum took back its 20 this morning. So let's look at Ethereum. It looked like it was taking back its 20. So that's pretty bullish. See how it sold off and it's come back. So, again, wishy-washy. Now, BABA, man, any of these Chinese stocks, this is going to be a long, drawn-out thing. So I wouldn't have don't expect BABA to go anywhere anytime soon. Like, you'll be done with college by the time this thing gets going. These are nation states. This shit's going to drag out for a while, man. I'm long China as well. I don't think we're going to rip up anytime soon. So I think you got time. Yeah, I'm going to hold my... No. Jay, never utter the word sell your Bitcoin. Are you crazy? That's crazy talk, man. That man said sell your Bitcoin. I thought we did credit checks before you got on this live. Let's see. Who's my credit checker? Who let this guy in here? He said sell Bitcoin. That's like saying, well, I'm not going to be home this week, so I'm going to let you borrow. Come on, man. What are we talking about? No, bro. We're getting rich on Bitcoin. We're not picking up pennies. There is no reason to trade Bitcoin. Zero. There's 9,000 other things on planet Earth you could trade. Bitcoin should be your option to possibly make a lot of money. Just my personal opinion. And so that's what I do for a living, is give my personal opinion. I don't know anyone that trades Bitcoin that has made a lot of money. I'm sure they're out there. I'm just saying personally, I don't know any. But I know if you just held your Bitcoin, you've made a lot of money. So no, I would not be selling it. I don't think you'll get back in, and I don't believe for a second you have the skills to move in and out and in and out, and you're going to size it just right, and you're perfect, and you're some fucking super trader. I don't believe that. I'm going to call bullshit. So just hold your Bitcoin. Do you recommend buying parts of Ethereum? Parts of Ethereum. What does that mean? You mean like fractional amounts, like $100? Hell yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's the only way to buy it. I mean, nobody's buying a full Bitcoin. It's $46,000. Yeah, you just buy. That's the beautiful thing, man. It's fractal, right? You can just buy tiny bits. You could do it on Cash App, man. People make like it's complicated. Cash App's fine. Coinbase, super easy. And if you're going to chase these silly coins, just limit those, man. Because while you're doing that, you could be buying Uber. So Uber's tried to break out. Now it's back into a new stage one. It's well below the 50. We're way undervalued. I think Morningstar's given Uber a 4-star rating now. That means it's significantly undervalued. I think the average analyst has $72. They have a lot of problems, man. There's a lot of problems with Uber. That's why it's low. And a lot of those problems are not going to be fixed anytime soon. And so that means a lot of people are just going to bail. For me, that means I'm just going to keep buying Uber. So I've been buying all the stage ones, which for me are in here. We bought in here, in here, in here. Now we're buying in here. So This is my largest position right now. Well, Bitcoin's my largest, but after Bitcoin is this. In trade, not in buy and hold. BX is my largest buy and hold position. General Motors. You typed out the whole thing like a civilian. Let's go with GM. GM is definitely a stage 1. So this is a good little chart here. You hear me joke the Jesus cross, right? That's a reversal candle. I mean, it looks like a cross. The open and the close happen at the same time. Now, whenever I teach this, people find every one of them and think it's a reversal, and that's not what it means. It's at key points, key spots. And so if you notice, this was the absolute low, right? So there's your pivot day. And then we start counting 1 bar, 2 bar, 3 bar, 4 bar, 5 bar. And now we're building a box. So all a box is, this is a box. It's just where a group of candles, about a week's worth, start to go sideways, or bars start to go sideways. What makes it a good one is the RSI is extreme. So if you look here, is the RSI extreme? No. Well, that's not a good box to me. I want to see extreme, and then I like that box. So boxes come at tops and bottoms. There's boxes everywhere. Box. Everybody's got a box there, right? So this is a box. Notice the RSI is extreme. That box has more importance to me. I would be selling into that box. See? One extreme to the next extreme. Extreme top to what? Extreme bottom. So that's a completed swing trade if you were swing trading, right? It's a completed move. So, yep, that's buyable. So you see how we're doing it, right? So this box has a lot more importance to me. One is that it's established, and now we're seeing all the moving averages converge together. They're coming together, and we're coming off this extreme point. So, if we're swing trading, I usually call these completed moves, meaning it went from one extreme to the other extreme. And inside there's obviously weeks and weeks of chaos. But we can link them, one extreme to the next extreme. We get the reversal candle. We get our several days in. I mean, this is an obvious box. So, buy and hold, I would start nibbling here. Swing trade, maybe. Yeah, I would keep it small. It's not a breakout. What do I consider a full position? What's up, Mohammed? How you doing? Yeah, it's holding a nice level here. So, and we're trading well below the 200. I like that. Especially in these big blue chip stocks. Nice. So, what do we got? Kraft breaking out. We got Starbucks breaking out. We got General. Let's see where Ford is. Ford had a very similar pattern. Yeah, very similar. I mean, you see the last big run we had over here. Very similar, right? Nice sideways action. There's our breakout day. And then just runs. So, same thing. We got our extreme up here. So, as I look at a chart, the first thing I do is just back it off. So I like to back it out and look at it and go, okay, let's pretend like I bought it over here. And that kind of helps get me in the cycles, And some charts aren't as pretty as other charts. They don't stay as clean, They get a little. So I'd say there's my stage 1, there's my breakout day, stage 2 uptrend, right? We hit our RSI. Anywhere in here I'd start taking it down. Anybody that trades with me knows that. Here's our box up there. It wasn't a clean box, but it's a box. Starts to come down. Then now we're going to our stage 4. And we see this one is what I call a dirty chart, where it starts trying to break, but it can't hold it, And again, if you notice, you might have said, well, this is a box here. Maybe, but look, it's not extreme, man. So it just tells me this down move has more room. So until we start hitting these extremes, I don't really get you know, I mean, I'm looking for my levels. Is there a previous level over here? There was, so that's kind of cool. If you look over, you're seeing it. So we'll see. We'll see if this holds. I'd much rather be a buyer here. I like this zone because we're coming off of this. That's pretty close to an extreme. And if you see, it's the same pattern as GM, right? So Groupon, man. You guys are showing all these stocks that are getting beat up. It's all these dividend stocks that are winning right now. Yeah, we still like Uber, man. Of course we like Uber. It ain't a girlfriend, man. I ain't changing them that quick. Let's see. Ugh. Yeah, Groupon looks terrible. Would you consider August 23rd as extreme at the RSI 3070? Yeah, if you're talking about Ford, Tony, I would. It was close enough. One reason I would say that, too, is if when we were looking at Ford, you know, I like to do a lot of pairs. Look at Coca-Cola, look at Pepsi, look at Altria, MO, and look at, you know, PM, Philip Morris. Look at AT&T, look at Verizon. A lot of times, one of them will be extreme. The other just touches it. So go ahead and count it. Groupon looks terrible. This is a stage 4 decline. It's broke support. I mean, you got a few indicators that are still positive. Histogram, MACD. I don't know, man. Everything looks bad to me on this. All right, let's look at Prague, our favorite stepchild. Yeah, Prague is setting up, man. I mean, your buy. Wow. So if we just backdate the chart, we go look at it. Where's our lowest low? Right here. Did we get 4 or 5 bars in that held this low? Yeah. So then now we can start to call this a box or a possible stage 1 accumulation. Possibly, right? I like to see it move above the 5-day moving average. Tells me we got a little strength here. So I would, you know, if you're adding, this is a great spot. Now you guys that bought here, I mean, that's just, you're just throwing darts, man. You're just like, oh, I hope that's the bottom. It might not be. There's nothing wrong with that. To me, that's just not repeatable. I like to do shit that's repetitive, that I don't have to think a lot about. I just look over, oh, there's my low, count my bars, there's my sideways, okay, buy some. Rather than on the spur of the moment hoping this was the low and just start adding. That's just not a good strategy to live by, man. Now we're above the 5 and 10. Yeah, this looks good. Looks good. You know, do we get past here? I don't know. I like it. I hate MVBT. IMVT I got out of. I'm done with that stock. It's dead to me. Yeah, but that's not a reversal. Remember, the Jesus cross really only matters when we're at extreme RSIs. That's really the only time I'm overly concerned with those. ABBV, huh? Well, Amgen was getting hit. This is a buy and hold for me. I was trying to buy this stage 1. It's now broke down. But to be fair, you know, this is horseshoes, not science, okay? So if we back up, I mean, this zone is where it stopped before. So we've got this support area. So, you know, we want to be a little loose with these zones, but and this is way below the Dow or the 200, and this pays a dividend. So to me, this is a no-brainer going back to 230. Simple reversion of the mean. This will go back up. This will go back in this direction. So this is in my buy and hold. So I start nibbling. You know, I buy a share today, buy a share tomorrow, next week buy a share. You know, and then when it starts to run, when it starts to like craft, like remember we're talking about we were nibbling on craft, KHC. Now it's breaking out today. Today I would be done. No more buying. That's it. It's over. You had your chance. Now, this is it. It's already moving. If you're stalking it. If you're not stalking it, then, maybe up in here you're buying it. But this is one I follow 24/7. So what is this program that you're reviewing stocks on? Well, Ross Windsor, this is called Stock Charts. I use a white background, which is different than other people. This is stockcharts.com. There's a lot of companies that provide charting. I've been with these guys for a long time. A very popular one is TradeView. That's what everybody from New York uses, TradeView. That's like a California, New York thing. TradeView. Roku's going down. I would not mess with Roku today. So, that was Kraft. Starbucks, I'm assuming, still breaking out. Starbucks is on the move. Look at that beautiful breakout. Beautiful breakout. He says, Mr. Peters, send me your address. I'm going to mail you the 4K. Well, Professor, I do this on my computer, but I'm screencasting on YouTube. See? So I'm running it on both. So, although I get more people on Instagram, but yes, I do need a monitor. I'm headed to New Orleans in the morning, so I'll probably be even. If you followed me for a long time, people will tell you when I used to do it on my pad. I would have a pad with my phone over, and I would blow the pad up with my fingers, and I'd have a pencil. Early on, I would have like 20 people on my live, and I'd use a pad. Some of those people are still around. How nice is that? Let's check SoFi. SoFi, this is a good buy spot right here, man. It tried to break here before. SoFi is worth $23 all day long. These type of stocks are just out of favor right now. But this is one that I think you're going to get $23 when the market improves for these type of stocks. We tried to play this stage one over here, if you remember. This is where I started recommending the stock. It started to break, and then we had a big boom boom. Now, if you notice where it stopped was right where it stopped before. Again, we like that. Does it hold it? Yes. And then ever since, it's been coming back. There's our stage two breakout right back into the previous box, which I believe is super bullish. When you break one box, when you break a box, only to come right back into a box is super bullish to me. That's the most bullish play. It's like getting a pocket pair of queens at the blackjack table. I mean, obviously you can be beat, but it feels pretty good when you're playing blackjack and you get a pair of kings, or a pair of queens. That's what that is. Coming back into the box is super, super, and hopefully you had a chance to lower your price point a little, depending on your trading style. Jay says he remembers the pad. Oh, the pad. I might be on the pad in New Orleans, so I might not be on at all. We'll see how my internet is. They sent me a message and said my house had electricity, so that's why I'm headed there. All right, let's check on Clove. We had a big move out of Clove yesterday. These some of the meme stocks. Damn, down 12% today. Now I know I got wise guys that go, I took profits yesterday. That's because you're a little bitch. I would not have taken profits, not swing trading this. I mean, day trading, of course. But as we're swing trading it, the target's right there. The only reason people took profits is they were scared. Now, today, they'll say it's because they were smart. No, that ain't it at all. You were nervous. This thing had been so sideways for so long that you just took the money and ran. So, you need to go listen to Tupac. You ever hear him rap about sometimes you gotta live like a man instead of die like a coward? It'll pump you up, man. You gotta stay with the strategy. Sometimes it doesn't work, and that's okay. It's okay to lose on a trade. Shit, it's good for you. You need to lose money. It's all right. So that's our target on Clove. Anything, I'd be a buyer here, man. Look, 5, 10, 20, everything's above the 20. I'd be looking to add to the position, to be honest, if it was me. But I like losing trades, so that don't bother me. Let's see. Damon C says, me against the world. Man, I love Tupac, man. Let's see. That's my painting music right there. Yesterday I was painting to Ice-T. Or, excuse me, Ice Cube. Ice Cube. He said, if you're scared, go to church. Oh, man. So Z's been very, very, very disappointing. I'm long Z. This is a very disappointing stock. Yep, we're headed downtown again. Hold on. Let me pull this mic up so I can check. There's one I wanted to go over for sure before because the chart pattern is so nice. I like to show you ones where the chart pattern is so obvious, and then when you get out there on your own, you're like, wait, these charts aren't the same as his. Let's see. Ooh, I'm down about 4 G's today. Let's see. Let me find. I can never remember this ticker. Once I get a new one in my thing, it takes me a minute to memorize it. Oh, ENVX. Damn, Gerald. ENVX. So remember this chart pattern that we were saying? So the money flow. I mean, this is what you're trying to find, man. There's your box. There's your box. There's your box. And you remember we talked about how clear these reversal patterns were? They were so clear. So there's your reversal. If you use candlesticks, that's a reversal candlestick, right? A doji, right on the extreme. And then we had one right here, and it was right touching the extreme. So completed move, right? And so I would call that a completed move, one extreme to the next. So now what? We expect it to turn. There's our breakout, right? We've started, and then yesterday we had the big downer. Big buzzkill, but it's still holding the 20. So, but you see how this chart is just. So what we're waiting for is this, and then we let it run, right? So that's what we were hoping this was, and we got to let it run. But if you notice too, like it did it here, kind of pull back a little, runs up, kind of pulls back a little. So that is not the end of the world. We might this may hold, and we run up and we tag that 22 range. That's what we're looking for, man. 22, low stock day. On a 10-15, all right, we're going to break your trade down. I need to have a segment called Good Trade, Bad Trade, and so I can yell at people or congratulate them. So my man said he bought options on PPL. Oh, now we're bragging. And he did it on, oh, your options are 10-15, so you got a minute. How many options you got, man, if you don't mind me asking? Are we looking at a chunk of options, or are we looking at one option? Now that we're bragging about your incredible trading here. It's good though. Good play, man. I want to be like you. This is a weird stock too. That's a long breakout zone. Okay, we got 30 options. Yeah. I got a rule, man. When that thing hits 70, and it's close enough today, 69.86. When that hits 70, I got to cut at least a fifth of the. If I'm trading, I got to cut at least a fifth, like 20, 25% gets cut right there, because that's the signal that we're likely hitting a top. Now that top may take a couple candles, couple days, and then you'll see it start to go sideways. Then cut some more of those. And if it's me in options, I'm not waiting around for a stage 4 decline. So this thing's going to move sideways, go up, move sideways, go down. And as an options trader, you want to get in and get out, right? You're not holding common shares. A better way to trade options, I don't know why this isn't being taught. You should buy some common shares and buy some options. And when the options pop, sell them, move your stop up, and you have a no-lose trade. And then it's nothing but gravy if it keeps going. You shouldn't be just doing options. If you're just trading options, I think it's, well, I don't want to insult anyone today. I think that's a bad strategy to just trade options. I think you're naive if you're doing that. And it's just a matter of time before you lose all your money. Or you think you're a unicorn and you're special and none of the stats of all of the studies ever fucking done don't apply to you, which makes you either crazy or delusional. So you get to decide which one you are. But if you're just trading options, I think you're crazy. Now, there's a few people that pull it off. And if you go ask them, though, how long they've been doing it, none of them will tell you 10, 12 years. I guarantee you that. Why? Because they don't last that long. There's a lot of famous YouTubers who have come and gone. 4 years ago, when I was trading every day and you were in high school, there were YouTubers teaching it. They're gone. 8 years ago, when I was trading every day, right, and you were in elementary school, these they're not there. They're gone. So a lot of these people you see teaching trading just started trading like a year ago, 2 years ago. And so they haven't even been through cycles, man. Let's see. Can you repeat that, GP? No, there's no repeating. You got to listen faster. Let's see. What is this? Oh, CHGG. I like this stock, but all these type of stocks are getting smashed right now. Path, the Kathy Woods stocks are getting. There's nothing to look at. They're all in the dumps, man. Space, I don't even need to look. Is it down? Oh, Space is taking back to 20. Yeah, this is bullish here, man. You said it's not extreme. Yeah, I get what you're saying there. It's not, but it is now below. Just a caveat. Something about the RSI you need to understand, and it may seem like double talk, and I don't want it to sound like double talk. The RSI measures price velocity, meaning how fast, how quick it moves. And if you notice, if it goes from here to here super fast, this RSI will go extreme quick. If it does a slow-ass grind down, just slowly grinding down or slowly grinding up, this will never go extreme. So it's not measuring too high. It's measuring the velocity of price, or, like if you jump out of an airplane, they call that velocity, max, what is it? Max velocity. Professor, you probably know, you're about to jump out of a helicopter, I think. If it is 100 and terminal velocity, 186 miles an hour, isn't that it? This is just measuring price velocity over 14 days. And so if you add it up, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's barely gone anywhere. So that's why it's just not moving. Terminal velocity, yeah. That was a good movie, too. Remember that old movie? But because it's coming back above the 20, I would call this bullish, but it's still bullish in a downtrend. So nothing to get excited about. But if you like it, if anything, it's back in the box. So, if you put a level on this, it's not a bad level, man. I'm in Space, so maybe I'm just talking it up for myself. That was a previous high. Now resistance becomes support. We're holding. I got to assume we get past 35. In the money flow game, we've traded this a lot very successfully. So I keep 50 shares of this no matter what. And then as it starts to form up, I added more. So I added another 25. And then I added another 25. So I'm sitting on 100 shares. I'd be more than happy to add. I doubled it, matter of fact, right in there. I'd be more than happy to double it again if it gets going. I like Space, man. It's the coolest company that has no customers. There's nobody buying tickets on this thing. AI. Space. You don't know the ticker for Space? The fuck is wrong with you? So AI still looks good. All right, man. I'm going to start doing a credit check to get on the live. Let's see. I don't know, man. Here's what you got to be careful of. This same shit show played out here is playing out here. So I don't know how high this goes. Starting tomorrow, we're going to do credit checks to get on the lives. Some of you guys won't make it. You're going to be like, what happened, man? I'll be like, we ran your credit, bro. They said you can't do it. Andrew said 750. And anybody that says they got 800, that means they paid the bank about $100,000 in. Did I see Dimitri? Did you get through the course? If you got an 800 credit score, it means you've given the bank about $100,000 in interest. That's not a bad thing. I've given the bank more than that. There's tons that I have bought. Let's see. After the initial popping, scary there for a minute. Great movie. Somebody said Facebook. Oh, is Facebook popping? Uh-oh, Steven's got a 780. That means he plays kissy with the bank too, like I do. It's the only way they give you one that high, man. You got to spend a lot of money with the bank. Facebook. Look at Snap. What else we got? Pins. Oh, yeah. Now, I like pins. Look at this. So, let's see. What does Tip Ranks have on pins? I'm going to say, based on the money flow, Tip Ranks says $75. Let's see how close I am. Come on, man. God damn, I could be an analyst without even going to college. That was close. I said 75. They said 71. I'm off by $3 without doing any fundamental research. I like this level, man. Hey, GP, if we buy on RSI oversold, it keeps going down. I don't know what you mean. You mean, what do you do if it keeps going down? Well, if you're buying on, you don't want to buy just on the extreme RSI. You need the box to form. And then you're nibbling. It's not going your direction until it breaks out. So if you're buying into these lows like that, you need to understand you're buying against the trend. So you need to nibble, right? You got to nibble because you don't know if that's the actual bottom. So if we're looking at this, we're just trying to play the pattern, right? And the pattern is sideways, up, sideways, down, sideways. When we didn't know that's the bottom, but the RSI went extreme, we got a box, price got above the 5. That tells me I should start nibbling. Nibble, nibble. That, my friend, is a breakout, and that's your last chance. And then there it goes. Same thing at the top. Nibble, 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 breaks it. I need to be out if I'm swing trading. Down she goes, right? So this one would have cut you right here. So, yep, if I'm in Pinterest, I'm in a core position. I'm not in a very large position. It also, I love Uber. I love Uber. I would buy more Uber. How long have you been trading? 21 years, Angel. Now, successfully, 13 of that. First 7 years was pretty bad. He said Uber to the fucking moon. Yeah, let's see. PaySafe is fine. It's breaking out. I'd be adding here. I got a little AYX. I cut back almost all of this stock in that recent sell-off, but I'm in it. I've got a little bit. Yeah, I like Pinterest. Egan, holding my Uber, buying the dip. Yes, is it Marie? Me too. I'm in Lyft as well. I'm not in as big a position in Lyft, but I'm in Lyft. And Lyft has been the stronger of the two. And Lyft is attempting a stage 2 breakout. So I do have 100 shares of Lyft. I have about 600 or 650 of Uber. So I'm much heavier in Uber than Lyft. So, but this stock has been technically trading better than Uber. They don't have quite as many logistical problems. It's not as big a company. They're not having all the same problems. Let's see. So you like Lyft better, Tony? I actually just use Uber. I don't ever. This is a good swing trade right here, man. You guys are looking for a swing trade. Look, you had the breakout yesterday. It's still holding it. Moving averages are crossed. You're under the 20. You got an easy target of 2 easy targets. And you got a support zone here. I might take that down a little bit. Pick up 100 shares. And I wouldn't do a hard stop, though. But, you know, I do a soft stop, middle stop, everyone call it, on half the position right here. That's how I would plan this out. And then, you know, if this thing starts to cooperate and move, I would just, you know, kind of move that stop up. And as it starts to hit the target, I'd scale some off. And, you know, I don't keep moving the stop. I just let the pattern play out. But I'm trading a pattern, so keep that in mind. Yeah, I get that from a lot of people. I think it's like regional. Some areas they say they like lift better. There's more drivers. Oh, shit. Dimitri just came out with the penny stock. Oof. Come on, bro. You like the punishment, I can see. It's a $2 stock, man. Yeah. I might wait before you add to that. I'm guessing 3M is trying to come back. All of these are in a stage 4 decline. These industrials, remember yesterday we were looking at the XLI. Well, it held support, so that's a good sign. Let's see. We'll look it up after GP ran. ZM. Yeah, I think Zoom is a buy here. This is stage 1 buy. It's not above the 5 though, so I haven't started adding, but it's building a nice little base here. This has basically been the same price for a week. So you're like, what's a box? That's a box. RSI went extreme. This is the bottom, and we got 5 candles holding the bottom. So that is a box, an official box that has started. Boxes mark tops, boxes mark bottoms. You know, they're not always picture perfect like this, but Suncor, James, we got you're talking like a civilian. You got to show the ticker. Let's see. KMX. Oh, CarMax. Now that is a breakout. And look, it didn't get extreme. So it comes down, doesn't get extreme. About right in here, you have to come to the conclusion it's probably not going to get extreme, right? So if you're like me and you like to wait for that extreme, and it's not happening, but there's an obvious box being built, you know, about right in here, you got to realize if you're wanting to trade this stock. So what do they got on a CarMax? KMX. What's the target? That's the wrong one. Hold on. KMX. Yeah, 154. Yeah, that's good money, man. Good one, sir. If you're in that, congratulations. Should send me a shirt. If you work there, send me a shirt. I always wanted a CarMax shirt. Anywhere you work where you have cool shirts, feel free to send me one. I mean, all these solar plays, these alternative energy plays, they're all in the same boat as the growth stocks. I mean, they're just in the dumps right now. It's trying to break out, pull back. I mean, I like it. It's a cheap spot for us entry. Let's see. I would like a Burger King shirt too, if anybody works at Burger King. Go 2X just in case. Sometimes shirts are just. I had a guy send me a large, and I was like, bro, I can't wear this. It's extra large is what I normally wear, but you know how a lot of shirts run small, man, and you're like, fuck, it's all tight. Yeah, so they got a $28 target, 58% upside. I don't know, man. I kind of like it. Below the 200, you just got to be patient with these kind of stocks, but I like it, man. I work as a cheerleader. Do you want a shirt, Mr. Peters? Is it like a Hooters shirt? You could be a male cheerleader. They wear shirts. Oh, did they come in, Tony? Did you have them shipped to... Oh, you didn't ship. You got them shipped to California, right? Oh, Twitter. Yeah, let's look at Twitter before I make these shirts European fit now. See, and I'm getting to be old. I'm not as muscular as I used to be. Let's see. Damn. So we were trying to play the Breakout in Uber and Twitter. Down it goes. That sucks. Is it going to hold this level? I'm guessing there was some bad news out. What happened with Twitter, man? What is going on here? Damn, Twitter. I don't see... Oh, wait. Pro-China social media campaign expands to new countries. Blame for U.S. for COVID. What? Stephen Curry asked for crypto advice on Twitter. Oh, I'm sure that was fun to read. You get all the fucking conspiracy theories come out. You've got to immediately move all of your crypto into cold storage or it will be stolen. Let's see. I don't see anything. What happened on Twitter? Bro, everybody's corrupt as fuck. Everybody censors. The platform you're on right now is corrupt and censors. They censor me all the time. Everybody's corrupt. Let's see. Everybody's corrupt. Even your favorite people, they're all corrupt. Dirty. If they're in an organization, they're corrupt. All of them. Literally all of them. Let's see. I don't see any negative news. I'm guessing it was something. He said, I work for the government. We're all corrupt. Toonhaven apparently can read the future. He knows for a fact that in exactly 13 months, Bitcoin will be $20,000. Sir, if you could do any of that bullshit you just said, you'd be rich as fuck. And you're not. If you had any way at all of knowing anything that was going to move, you would be a rich, rich, rich man. So if that's true, you should show us your short positions on Bitcoin. Matter of fact, why don't we do that now? I'll get short. You get short, I'll get long. And we'll do it publicly. Ain't no way that shit's going 20 grand. It might go 20 grand. I actually don't know where it's going. I'm smart enough to know I don't know the future. Man, I'm telling you, your trading gets a lot easier when you realize you don't know shit. Nobody knows shit. Nobody on YouTube knows a fucking thing. They're all stupid. They might know technical jargon. Blah, 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 and the Federal Reserve, blah, 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 and then blah, blah, the debt, and blah, 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 coming, blah, blah. But none of that is what moves markets. Fear and greed. That's it. Fear and greed move markets. None of it has to make any sense at all. Fear and greed. Yeah, let's see. Romo looks bad. I'm in Romo. I'm looking to add to this. This is $4. Seems stupid cheap for this. Obviously, it could go stupid cheaper. I mean, this was much higher. No, I'm not into the Shiba thing. I don't really think it has any actual... Did BitBoy said yesterday he thinks it's going to 25K? Last year he was saying 1 million. I notice all the YouTubers are always wrong. And then whenever it drops, they all do clickbait to the opposite direction. And then whenever it rips, they all do clickbait to the high. It'd be like, Remember, Bitcoin was going to 100,000 last week. Now it's going to 20,000. All bullshit. All of them are full of shit. They all just started trading like 2 years ago. Yep. I appreciate you being in Bitcoin because of me. Let's see. I do have a little Doge on right now. And I had a nice trade going in Ethereum Classic, and that's obviously fallen apart. The cryptos do not look good right now, though. They're all on sell signals. That is a sell signal. Ethereum is the only one that looks strong today, so... I don't know what other... Where's DOT? See, DOT's coming back. Some of them are coming back, so that tells me maybe we're going to be okay. I mean, look at Ethereum, dude. Ethereum is fucking ripping. This is a breakout. Ethereum is breaking out right now as we speak. You know? So what I sent out to... Yeah, Solana, I don't know. That thing's just gone to the moon. I mean, what I text out was I wasn't buying, I'm not selling. This is not a bargain. You know, that's just where it was last week. It's nothing to scare me. I mean, if this stopped you out, you're trading on leverage. You know, that I don't know how that could have stopped anybody out. But if it did, you know, all we did was fall back to where we were 2 weeks ago. You know, we'll see what happens. At least on Ethereum. I don't know, man. I don't think you're going to get ETH under $2,000, man. We just had it under 2,000 right last week. What was it, like 3 months ago? Is Band breaking out? Let's see. There you go. There's your swing trade right there. Band. B-A-N-D. I like this stock. Let's see what they say on... I used to trade this one pretty consistent. Look at that. $168. 10. It's got a 10 rating on tip rings. That's the highest rating you can get. 60, 40, 20. Like, that guy thinks it's worth 90% more. And you're on a stage 1 and you're breaking out. Easy 130. That's a good one to end on there, man. I'm glad we ended on that. So Band is actually a good company. I used to trade it a lot. I like you see the chart patterns, right? It does beautiful money flow patterns. Look at this. I mean, we could go back. We traded this for a while, and you'll see it just does these beautiful patterns, price moving. So if we could get a good run, I don't know, can it get a good run to 130 when the Qs are probably a little overpriced? The S&P's a little, I don't know. Crazier shit's happened, huh? Appreciate you guys. Anybody I picked on, I'm not really sorry, but I am sorry. You guys be good. Talk to you soon. Hit my bio link, and I'll be broadcasting from New Orleans in the morning. So or tomorrow if I do that. Wish me luck. Hopefully I got internet and power. So if I go silent, it's because I ain't got no internet.
People ask me all the time. This is about